Hello, everyone. Kitty Foss here, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars for the 15th, 16th, and 17th of May. I'm recording this at the end of that period of time. My personal life took a little bit of a turn with some surgery for a family member that came up and seemed to take a lot of the energy. And for me, that energy needed to be in a pause form. And what better pause than in the Taurus energy? So on the 15th, our visionary energy, our Aquarian Pluto that wants us to change that vision, really evolve in the we, had an opportunity to pause, use some discernment about what does that look like for me in stabilization, in what I cherish, in the structures that I have. This is what Taurus energy is. It's about our food, our body, our ability to build a platform, build a base, build security, and understand what is truly important to us. Because as the new moon hit yesterday, it hit at 4:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we had an ability, first of all, to activate a nurturing of the truth, of the freedom that Jupiter brings, especially in Cancer. Nurture that in what stabilizes us, what we find beautiful, what we're willing to put into our garden, and realize what won't grow there. I think that's probably the best way it certainly unfolded for me. What isn't really growing? And I made a commitment to take a look at where my mind has been, where that visionary energy has been, how I've approached things, and what was I using outside of myself as the measurement versus stabilizing and taking the responsibility that the kingdom lies within. We were able to move forward yesterday. Our forward movement was in that stability, and it's at a almost a pause space. It has us moving ahead at a pace that lets us understand and lets us let go of what is it I need to do? What is it I need to do? I need to take the next best step for myself. And then, as the in the last moments of that new moon that stepped forward, there was also a conjunction at the 29th degree of our energy of Mercury. Mercury, which has been in Taurus, which really wants us to experience what's truly, truly is value to us and that we cherish, and really builds a foundation. That's what this is all about, our foundational work. And how do I use my voice in that to manifest all of those things to move me forward, to nurture the truth of that forward movement, and to experience at the pace I can move what Taurus has to offer for the body, for all of the our ethers, our whatever we are building for ourselves. It is the understanding, the beauty. This is ultimately Venus, what is beautiful, what gives us balance. And then on the 17th, first of all, we had the moon move into Gemini. We also have Mercury move into Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. Gemini is about our experience. It's where our Uranus placement is, that awakening energy that is rather chaotic, that's very technologically driven. And as Mercury moves into that same technological energy that it is, how do we experience, how do we use our voice? It is this moon is conjunct our Uranus placement, so our intuition is very much today on the 17th conjunct this awakening. It is activating our spirit energy that is in Aries, asking us to take responsibility. Start how that responsibility looks with spirit leading in this new cycle for spirit. It is working in the background with our visionary energy of Pluto in Aquarius. So those three major themes, the slower moving planets, are all activated by this Gemini moon. One is in conjunction, in other words, it's the same kind of energy. Another is us activating, that's Neptune. And the other one is working in the background, that's Pluto, of what this vision is becoming, how we're going to experience it intuitively, what is being called forth in this foundation for us to plant and to explain and to understand. These are bigger themes of life that will be crossing over tomorrow, which is a really interesting day. Um, we're able to activate that same Gemini moon, by the way, in the structure. So today is the beginning of that bridge shaking of that structure. And we have our Mercury placement also conjunct that Mercury, which is the lower level of experience. I'm not going to use lower, is the more dense expression, the personal expression, the physical expression of our experience and our voice, with Uranus, which is the more expanded or more ethereal, with the awakening understanding of technology and our voice. So interesting that they are conjunct today. See how that plays out. And the reason why what is also interesting is tomorrow, our daily energies, starting with today and moving into tomorrow, including the moon, all change planets. So intuitively, and what I'm hearing is pay very much attention to these 2 days, 17th and 18th, of how quickly some things move, how there's some bigger shift that's very much in your face because it's daily energy, and the fact that we've also activated all of those outer theme energies, those bigger moving energies, is quite unique. Tomorrow, so I guess I'll just make this about the 18th, so this will be 4 days, that moon moves into Cancer at, what moves into Cancer, let's see, at 9:46 p.m. We have Mars moving to Taurus at 6:25 p.m., Venus moving to Cancer at 9:05 p.m. So tomorrow evening, so within a 24-hour period, all of our daily energies will have switched shines, which is always a little bit of a shakeup. So be prepared tomorrow for some quite awakening. It's a nurturing energy, it's a stabilizing energy, but it's a change. And tomorrow, that moon will be working with what is important to us, what is Venus, that energy, and we'll be able to activate our will and making some decisions about what we're going to do about that. So this is quite the 4 days of energy. So if you're watching this, take care of yourself. Take the time to pause and know that the vision is opening. What are you paying attention to multiply? The kingdom is within. Namaste.